Well, we live, baby. We live. What up? What up? What up? What up? Happy Saturday. What's happening? What's happening? Happy Saturday, y'all. Happy Saturday. Get the screen ready in the background for some value, man. We about to break down some macros. We about to go over questions, all that good stuff, man. What up? What up? What up? What up? What's good? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? Guys, if you can hear me and see me, type one in the chat. Just want to make sure, man. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's good? What's good? What's good? We're gonna make sure we I think I'm gonna go live on Facebook too, man. Give Facebook some of this goodness. Guys, if you can hear me and see me, type one in the chat. Free guides. What up? What up? What's good? Jason Gomez, what's popping? Hey man, I see them progress pics come through this morning, man. Congrats, man. You know what I'm saying? My man's out here looking. My man's out here looking ripped. He out here looking lean, as he should, man. Congrats on your success. What up? What up? It's good. Facebook, what up? Hopefully y'all can hear me and see me, man. All right, there we go. What's good? What's good? What's good? Type one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Type one. What up? What up? What up? What's good? All right, man. Let's get this going. Let's get it going. What's good? What's good? What's good? Greetings. 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 What up? My man's K says dogging. Dogging like you about to be dogging them, or is that supposed to say dodging? What do you mean by dogging? I don't know what that means. What up? What up? Type one if y'all can hear me and see me over there in Facebook land. Type one. Type one Facebook if y'all can hear me and see me, man. What up? It's popping. About to get it in. We about to get it in, man. We about to help y'all elevate. Okay. Jay Mills. Is that Jay Mills from Young Money? Jay Mills says big ass belly. All right. All right, Jay Mills, you want to do something about that big ass belly, or you want to keep it, man? You want to keep that stomach big as hell, or you want to change it, bro? What you want to do? Because some people like to keep the big belly, and they end up just being out here with the male pregnancy, and they end up having to pick out names, man. Pick out names for the food baby. Uh, Young Kwan Bay says a big fan from South Korea. South Korea's in the building. What up? We worldwide, man. We global, baby. We global. What up? Guys, type in the chat. Where y'all from, man? You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let's see if we got more cities in the chat, than just South Korea. What city in South Korea, man? Let me know. We want to see. We want to see what kind of global impact are we making on helping people to lose their big ass stomachs, lose their food baby. I know some of y'all out here with that food baby. You out here 10 years pregnant. Jay Mills, it's my lower chest, man. I need some dumbbell workout tips. No, you don't, man. You need to stop eating like a fat ass. You know, workout tips ain't gonna melt fat off your titties, man. You gotta clean up your diet for that, bro. Madeline Savage is from Sacramento. What up, Sac Town? What's poppin'? What up? What up? What other cities we got in the chat, man? Type in the chat, man. Where y'all from? Don't be shy. Let me know, man. Who we got in the building? Okay, so my man's Huyang Guan Bei is from Seoul City. He's a soul survivor. Soul is in the building. Soul, not soul like Soul. Soul like Seoul. Right? Soul City. You know what I'm saying? Texas. My man's Jay Mills from Texas, man. Shout out to Texas coming pulling up in the chat, man. What other cities we got, man? Rep your city, man. Who else is in the building? Georgia Ducksworth is from MI, crooked letter I, crooked letter I, humpback I. If y'all don't know what that means, Mississippi, right? Crooked letters. What other cities we got in the chat, man? Let me know. Mississippi's not a city. It's a state, but where y'all from, man? Let me know who we got in the building. What up? What up? What's good? What's good? Welcome, 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 welcome. Also, if you need some help with getting to your goals faster, just grab my free fat loss system. Links in the chat for both of y'all. Detroit, greetings. My mother's in the chat. Hope all is well. I'm stupendous. Thank you very much for coming through. We got Beham, Birmingham, Alabama. I think there's like a Birmingham in almost like every state. There's a Birmingham when I lived in Michigan. It's a Birmingham. It's a Birmingham almost everywhere. Shout out to Birmingham, Alabama, though. I think they're the original one. Uh, Cosmic Equation. That sounds like some hippie shit. Yeah, it sounds like somebody who loves horoscopes. No, I'm messing with you. Houston's in the building. What up, Houston? What's popping? David Seward is from Chicago, Chi-Town, man. Hey, that's what's up, man. I got family out there, man. Shout out to Chi-Town. You know what I'm saying? Chi-Town's in the building. What up? You know. All right, cool, man. We're gonna do some macros this morning too. If you guys are new to the lives, you need some help getting to your goals. You want to lose some fat, build some muscle, make a massive change in your physique. Just type your age, your height, your weight, and your goal in the chat. I'll do your macros here today. If you don't want to do that, you can just download the free guide and do it for yourself. Rehoboth Beach is in Delaware. Delaware got beaches. Shout out to Delaware. I'm ignorant. I ain't know that y'all had beaches in Delaware. My mother sent me a super chat. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate you. You're an amazing human. I don't care what the haters say about you. They don't know what they talking about. Screw them. Put a boot to their face. Young Patrick Long. Young Pat is in the building. What up, man? It's popping, bro. Huang Guan Bei says Cory is the man. Thank you for the information. Hey, I'm happy that I can offer inspiration all the way over there in South Korea, man. We global, baby. We global, man. What other cities we got in the chat, man? You know what I'm saying? Rep your city. Drop your city in the chat, man. Let's get some city representation. Also, if you need help getting to your goals, man, just go ahead, drop your age, your height, your weight, and your goal in the chat. Now I get to those. I make your macros here too, so that I can help you be great. First week of June is in the books, man. We are almost summertime, right? How you gonna be looking this summer? All right, here we go. First macros up. David Sewer, 54 years old, weighs 182 pounds, and is 5'9". So I think you're asking for fat loss, right? Because you ain't really tell me your goal. But let's just do it for fat loss. Let's do your macros for fat loss. If that is not correct, you are welcome to correct me. But David Seward, we're about to go ahead and do these macros. All right. So for Mr. Seward to lose some fat, we going the we're gonna go ahead and put you on 150 grams of protein, 110 grams of carbs a day. You do that at 50 grams of fat, Mr. Seward. Hey man, you're gonna lose all kinds of body fat, man. You know what I'm saying? Just come when you lose your first 10 pounds, man. Just shout your boy out. You know, you started today. At least drink a gallon of water a day. Get you about 20 to 30 grams of fiber every single day, man. You know, by 4th of July, man, you could be down like 10 plus pounds. Um, Patrick says, I've been trying to call you, bro. Yeah, everybody has, man. I barely answer my phone, man. yeah, yeah, man. You gotta schedule an appointment, man. You schedule some time. We can catch up. Jeremy, like that's no lie. My mom's been trying to call me too. And then I get to the call. I get to the call log. It'd be like 10. It'd be like 10 o'clock. I'm about to pass out. I'm like, damn. It's not personal, y'all. I have huge goals. My goals are crazy. Um, Jeremy Watkins. Jeremy Watkins. Um, 45 years old, 229 pounds, 5'9", and he's focusing on fat loss. Jeremy Watkins, go get your pen and pad, big dog. We about to break it all down. You ready, man? I hope you ready, man. Hey, if this has been helpful so far, man, just drop a flex emoji in the chat so that I know that I'm actually helping you guys out. Um, all right, 170 grams of protein a day. You do that at 130 carb, 55 grams of fat. You do that every day, Jeremy. You're gonna be losing weight. Not only this week, you're gonna see a few pounds come off, but again, I kind of put you in that same bracket as David. It's like if you get on this now, you can lose somewhere between 8 to 10 pounds before like 4th of July. You know what I'm saying? You be out here looking like a different man showing up to the barbecue. Just make sure you're getting a gallon of water in a day. That's the key. I fast as well. I eat one day and don't eat the next. Jay Mills, that's what's up. Jay Mills wants his macros done. Let's do it, Jay Mills. Shout out to Young Money coming out in the chat, man. Jay Mills and them. Uh, some of y'all don't know what I'm talking about. 42 years old, 5'11", 219. All right. So you, my friend, we're gonna put you on 170 grams of protein as well. We're gonna do your fats, 68 grams of fats, and 100 grams of carbs to go along with that. Get you, you know, you'd about the height where you need like a good gallon and a half, and you should see all kinds of fat loss. Jeremy says, awesome, thanks. No problem. This is what I do. Definitely right. And a gallon of water is almost impossible for me, but I do try. It is almost impossible because you believe it's almost impossible, right? Meaning that because you so focused on why you can't do it, all your brain is coming up with is reasons to support that belief. If you just told yourself like, I will not go to sleep tonight until this gallon of water is complete, right? Like if it became like a standard for you, you figure out a way, right? Like it really boils down to planning. I mean, start drinking earlier, set increments for yourself. If you're up, let's just say you're up 16 hours a day, you sleep an 8 hour night, right? Let's just take 128 ounces and we do that 16 hours. That just means that every hour you just drink 8 ounces. You know what 8 ounces is? It's like half this bottle, right? So if I drink one of these little bottles, this is 16 ounces. I drink one of these motherfuckers every 2 hours, then if I was awake for 16, I would get there, right? But it's like you have to create that standard first that it's like unacceptable not to do it. Because if you don't, then all you're gonna come up with excuses why you can't, right? And that's how your excuses win. You guys program your mind to make excuses and be a loser, right? You ain't gotta be like that no more, baby. You can just be like, you know what? No matter what, I'm gonna get this shit done. Finding out a way is keeping you big as hell. Hey, I would say it's the opposite, man. You find a way, you don't gotta stay big as hell, right? I am Destroyer V is 32 years of age. All right, 32, 5'6", and 215. Okay. I hit the gym 6 times a week. What would my macros be for fat loss? Easily enough, we would put you on, I would say 175 grams of protein. Do that at 70 fat, 110 carb. You do that every day, get you that galley, right? Get you that gallon of water. You out here losing all kinds of fat. Too much water is bad for you, says Eric Williams. Yeah, but like who's drinking too much water? Who do you know? Like name one person you know in your circle that drank too much water and had to go to the hospital. Right? Name one person that you know that has some water poisoning or some shit. You can't. You know why I know you can't? Because I don't even think the motherfuckers exist, man. Right? I've been in the fitness industry 10 years. I ain't never heard of nobody going to the hospital for drinking too much water. But I have heard of several motherfuckers passing out, going to the hospital, having all kind of complications from dehydration, right? Yes, you can't go to the extreme on anything, but like a gallon isn't even a lot. Most people aren't hitting anywhere near that every day. That's where a lot of these complications come from. So yes, you can drink too much water, just like you can get in your car and it can crash, right? But does that stop you from getting in your car and driving to work? No. It's like just do everything you can to make sure you're driving safe. In this instance, do everything you can to ensure that, you're drinking the proper amount of water and you're consistent with the things that support that level of hydration. You know, it's a long term. Yeah, Eric, man. Look, I believe you, man. But again, I done been a coach for 10 years. I ain't never met nobody who drank too much water. Right? Is most the select few people that you're talking to, I guarantee you they are not in this live. I guarantee those few people, like that small percentage of people that's drinking too much water, they're not on this live, bro. Like if you drink it, like that's a separate issue for most people. Houston, Texas. What up? What's popping? Thank you, bro. I'm locking in with those macros you gave me. How much cardio time would you recommend after weight training? I don't think there's like a magical amount of cardio. I really don't. I think like you have to judge the amount of cardio you do based off your activity level all day and also based off like your goals, right? So let's say you want to maintain as much muscle as possible while you lose fat, right? Let's just say you want to. I just programmed for somebody this morning, one of my new clients, right? He wants to lose 40 pounds, maintain muscle, and sustain fat loss once he gets the fat off. So I only got him doing like his weightlifting is going to probably take somewhere around 60 to maybe 90 minutes at the max. And I only got him doing like 25 minutes of incline walk after his weightlifting session 3 times a week, right? Why do I have him doing that? Because he sits at a desk all day, right? So he needs some additional activity because he don't get steps, right? But with that being said, right, it's based off of those things. It's not just some magical number, because you got a certain number of macros. Like you got to look at your activity all day? Are you sedentary most of the day, or do you do get some walking in? Do you track your steps? Do you need to scale that up or down? How your strength and performance is in the gym. All that stuff plays a factor. Hopefully that's helpful. We drinking a gallon of seawater, coach. I don't be drinking seawater. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You ain't gonna see me drinking seawater. Why would I do that? When I can order water that comes right to my home that's bottled and not from the sea, right? What am I, Sebastian from fucking Little Mermaid. We ain't under the sea, man. What we drinking seawater for? Amro Bawadi says, "Yo, Amro, what up? What's popping? Greetings, greetings. Welcome to the live, man. Glad I could help. My man over here said, my man Eric says, how many steps? Again, it depends on the goal, depends on performance, depends on lifestyle, man. I mean, a good recommendation for most people. Let's say you want to burn at least an extra pound of fat a week. If you do 10,000 steps a day and you don't change anything else nutritionally, you should be able to do that, right? Because 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. If you take 3,500, you divide it by 7, that's 500 calories, right, per day that you have to burn and access. So most people can burn that doing somewhere around 10,000 steps a day. So if you just want to lose an extra, pound of fat a week and not change anything else, just do 10,000 steps a day. So cardio 3 times a week for 20 to 30 minutes is good enough for someone who works in an office 5 times a week. I would say so. If your macros are on point, you follow the macros I just gave, or use the method to find your own macros, right? I got the free fat loss system attached below. You can go grab that, and it gives you the macros to like actually ensure that you are in that deficit. I mean, I think it's more than enough. If you can do more than that, right? But like most times for guys that I coach, it's just enough, because it's not like cardio's the main like tool to lose fat anyway. It's just like a bonus feature. I had a Door Dasher in Columbus, Ohio that looked just like you. Bro, I never go to Columbus, Ohio, man. Why the fuck would I be in Ohio, man? Nothing good happens in Ohio. You know, good things happen in Ohio, man. Fucking, you know, the Pacers beat the Cavaliers. That was good to watch. That was like a good thing. That was fun to see. But besides that, I haven't seen anything good happen in Ohio in a few years. Okay, cool. I'm 4 times a week, so I'll take it. Go for it, man. Live streams keeping you big as hell. That's cap. That's cap. Damn, I didn't know John Cena is the WWE champion right now. Yeah, man, he took the belt, man. He took the belt from what's my man name? Cody? Yeah, man. That's what happens, man, when you like, I guess the doctor of thugonomics, as they would say. But yeah, if you guys want me to do your macros, just drop your age, height, weight, and goal in the chat, and I'll break it down. I'll see what I can do to help. See what I can do to help y'all out. You know what I'm saying? Help y'all be great. Help y'all be stupendous. You know, my man said he lost 30 pounds. That's fantastic. It's fantastic, man. Congratulations on that. Amro Bawadi says, "Are you cutting?" Um, so I'm doing carb cycling right now. Really more of a maintenance, more of a being lean and maintaining sort of thing. So what happened was I got to where I wanted to be in terms of leanness for the summer. And now what I do is I undulate my calories, which is another thing I talk about in the free fat loss system. I'm giving you guys the links below. So some days I'm in a deficit, some days I'm right at maintenance, and some days I'm at a slight surplus. But on average, the week's worth of calories is maintaining where I'm at, if that makes sense. Buffalo, Corey, I'm 5'9", 206. I used to be 330 a year ago. My stomach is big as hell though. I'm sorry to hear that, man. You ain't got to keep that big belly, man. You can have that food, baby. Right? You ain't got to keep that, baby. Kind of look like a pregnant man. Damn. So I asked you about calorie intake. the other day. Okay, hold on. I'm joining two of them together. Buffalo, if you want me to do your macros, you give me your age to go along with that. So I need your age, height, your weight, and your goal. I can do your macros, man. You know what I'm saying? I can help you out with that. Um, Red 864. So I asked you about calorie intake the other day. I told you I dropped 10 pounds. Let's clap it up for Reds. Reds out here dropping weight. 5'7", 240. I'm keeping my calories 2,000. My age is 34. Yeah, man. So Reds, it sounds like whatever you are doing or whatever we talked about the other day is working because you lost 10 pounds. So are you saying you need more help, or are you saying like your shit's perfect? You just giving me a shout out, man. Keep it 200 is 6', 29, 312. Damn, six. Man, you big as hell, bro. That's crazy. No, I'm messing with you, man. But you are big as hell. You need to do something about that. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna save your life, man. At 29, for you to be 300, come on, man. You already know you ain't gonna be able to. You ain't gonna be able to see the 60 club if you keep that shit up. Okay. All right. Get your pen and pad, big dog. Right. 200 grams of protein a day. I would put you on 125 carb and 80 fat. You do that every day. Keep it 200, and you will reach the 200s. You get your big ass out of the 300s into the 200s. Okay. I'm rooting for you, brother. I really am. Buffalo. I'm 32, 5'9". Want to be okay. Visible abs at 170 if possible. I want to go no lower than 160. So Buffalo, I need to see. So Buffalo, you okay? So you 206 right now. Um, Buffalo. So how old is the Buffalo? The Buffalo's 32. All right. So Buffalo, um, we're gonna put you on 170 grams of protein a day. Right? Let's do that at 100 grams of carbs, 70 grams of fat. You do that every day, Buffalo? Come on, man. At least 8 to 10 pounds is going to be off your body by 4th of July. You got to start today. You got to get at least a gallon of water in a day and just stay consistent with that. Because, I mean, you know, those stats I gave you are foolproof, bro. You talking to a fucking professional here. I've done this for 10 years, coach hundreds and hundreds of guys. Follow the macros, man. You should see some success. Just make sure you hitting the weights. You know, maybe scale your steps up if need be. World of Elijah is 5'3", 180. If you want me to do your macros, I need your age, height, weight, and your goal. I need all of those. J&L Productions. Any tips for getting more protein in? I'm consistent with hitting the gym and tracking with intensity, but I struggle with food intake. Yeah, man, you have to plan ahead, man. You're not going to magically fall into like protein. Like it's just not going to happen because it's the most challenging macro to get, and you need most of your calories to come from that when you're looking to lean out. So you got to plan ahead. I mean, I got a few tips. There's a video on my YouTube that says 5 ways to easily hit your protein. You can watch that. But to summarize that video, it's you should if you really struggle, just drink your protein, right? I do something for my clients a lot of the time called the 2 shakes, 2 salad method. Basically, you have 2 high protein shakes and then 2 high protein meals, and you're gonna hit your protein every day. So let's say you're somebody that needs to get 200 grams. That means let's say you break that into fours, right? So because you got 2 shakes and then you got 2 salads, so that's 4 times you're gonna be consuming protein. You just gotta make sure it's 50 grams every time, right? So that means 50 gram shakes twice. That's 100, and then you need 100 grams from the food, which is just 8 ounces twice, which is 16 ounces total, and that's a pound. So if you eat it, just have a pound of chicken, portion it for 8 ounces a piece twice, You drink 250-gram shakes, you done, right? But you probably never thought about it like that. You probably just been like, oh man, I gotta get my protein. What do I need to get? Like, nah, you gotta like plan that shit. Right? It's like a budget plan, right? So two shakes, two solids, that works really well. I mean, I think that pretty much encapsulates it. But like if you need more help, just go grab the free fat loss system. It's got some more advice in there. I don't count. Yeah, that's why you at where you at, man, because you ain't counting. If you like staying where you at, don't count. Just stay where you at. I'm 184, but I want to get to 160. How can I do it? Calorie deficit. Calorie deficit is the key to get to your goals. You know what I'm saying? If you need help getting to a calorie deficit, you can drop your stats here, and I can break it down, or you can drop your you can go grab the free fat loss system, and I'll break it down in there too. We're gonna get TikTok on here for a minute too, man. We're gonna do some TT. TT. My macros now are 180 to 200 grams of protein, 170 carb, 50, 60 fat. Um, is that bad? Will I be better off following what you said? What do you think I'm gonna say? Right? Like, you think I'm gonna just tell you, like, yeah, go with the other set of macros, right? Like, why would I give you macros that I wouldn't think are the best? So yeah, I'm like slightly biased, but like, ask yourself this question, right? Take me out of it. How long have you been following those macros, and what kind of weight loss have you seen? Right? Because for me, like my macros I just gave you for my clients, when they adhere to the macros, they lose somewhere between 8 to 12 pounds a month, right? So you can average that out and basically say that that's going to be 2 to 3 pounds a week, right? Are you losing 2 to 3 pounds a week? If you are, then like don't change it. Just keep doing what you've been doing. If you're not, then maybe you know might be time for a change. TikTok, what up, man? Greetings. Hello. Type one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Jib Star, man. Hey, jumping off the top turnbuckle on the most. Hey man, shout out to Jib Star. Um, I can't go to the gym anymore, but I still have dumbbells at home. Is that enough for strength training? It sounds like it's gonna have to be enough, man. If you don't have another option, then you just gotta work with what you got. You know, obviously, I'm gonna tell you take your ass to the gym if you can, but if you're saying you physically cannot go, like there's just logistically no way to make it happen, then you just make it happen with what you got. One of my favorite shows of all time is called The Boondocks, right? The Boondocks. Shout out to Boondocks. You ever seen The Boondocks before? Just drop a flex emoji in the chat. Favorite episode of The Boondocks is this is one episode where like Huey's going on strike, and long story short, he loses the thing he's going on strike for, and he's frustrated. He's telling his granddad, he's like, man, like granddad, like what am I supposed to do when I feel like I can't just sit around and do nothing, but there's nothing that I can do, right? His granddad drops this gem on him. He says, you do what you can, right? You can't just sit around and do nothing, but what you're doing is not, the most effective. You just do what you can, bro. That's it. That's the answer to most of y'all motherfucking struggles. It's like, just do what you can. Um, my man Angel says, is it bad to have a cheat day once a week while trying to get in shape or no cheat days at all? I think it's good to do it in a very structured manner. You know, like I teach my clients the 6 steps forward, 1 step back, where we target a set number of cheat day calories. And then what that does is that puts them in a state where their metabolic rate is always active and sort of they never hit that metabolic plateau where they plateau and they're not losing any weight. But we do track on that day and have a set number of calories. So that I think that's the best way to do it while you're cutting, to not just overdo it. Is the carnivore diet bad? It's not bad, it's just stupid. It's like you don't have to give up a food group just to lose fat. You can just go into a calorie deficit, track your macros like I teach without having to give up carbs forever. You know, you can do carnivore if you like that, right? If that's fine with you, but like you don't. It's not required to lose fat. Could I lose 24 pounds by the end of July 1? Yeah, the end of July 31st. 24 pounds is not a lot of weight in what's that? 9 weeks. Yeah, like you can do that. Now you have to really go hard, for sure. Like you'd have to really go hard. But is it possible yet? What do you think about fasting with chia seeds and multivitamins? How many days do you recommend? I don't think that's fasting. Fasting is just like water, like coffee and tea, and a multivitamin. What you talking about is just like low calorie. How much carbs should I consume, especially when cutting? Depends on your macros, right? It depends on like everything. How how much you weigh currently, your height, your BMR, your body fat percentage, right? If you want a rough estimate right now, I can do your macros for you. Just drop your age, height, weight, and goal in the chat, and I'll break one down for you. But it's contingent upon multiple factors. It's not like a set number of carbs for everybody. How many calories are to Iowa day? I've been eating 18 to 1900 calories a day, 5'9", 32, 206. Um, you'll know it's too much if you eat it and you feel like shit. Right? So it's like, oh, too low. Yeah. You'll know it's too low if you do it and you feel like shit. Um, but I don't, there's no prescribed too low. There's no prescribed too low. Um, Ray Morales, 5'6", 188. So Ray Morales, I would need your age, your height, your weight, and your goal to do your macros. Yeah, 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 for sure, man. For sure, man. Sent to the streets, man. For sure. Gotcha. Appreciate the free game. You a real player. Hey, man. I appreciate the kind words, man. Somebody gave me the game. I'm just giving it back. Gaming with G is 35, 300 pounds. Gaming with G, you are what we call big as hell. Goddamn, bro. How you get that big? I know how you did. You was out here eating and not moving enough. Let's help save gaming with G's life, man. Let's help save his life, man. All right. Go get your pen and pad, big dog. You ready? Go get the pen and pad. So 180 grams of protein a day to start. We're gonna put you on 110 carb, 70 grams of fat, man. You do that every day, gaming G. Come on, man. That fat is gonna melt off you, man. Just make sure you're drinking at least like a gallon and a half to 2 gallons because you are in fact big as hell. You gotta hydrate a lot. But I'm rooting for you, man. You're gonna lose a ton of weight very quickly. Just follow that protocol. Give me a shot when you lose your first 10 pounds. Do you think push pull legs is the best routine for beginners? No, I do not. I think push pull legs is a good split. Is it the best for beginners? There is no best for beginners, right? It's really, really contingent upon time, right? Like when you think about a splitting is like splitting up your routine or the muscle groups into multiple days. How many days can you consistently commit to the gym? Well, that varies per person, right? Just because you're a beginner, don't mean you're gonna consistently be able to go to the gym 6 days a week. That's what you would need to make a push pull leg effective. If you are gung ho and you willing to go balls to the walls and go 6 days a week, yeah, you can see some good results from a push pull leg. But you can also see good results from a full body program that's programmed properly or upper lower program, right? What do I teach my clients? I just teach them to phase through different splits so that they get the benefits of all of them, you know? Fitness is a lifestyle. It's not like something you're gonna just do for a couple weeks. Like I don't think anybody wants to like get in shape and then get fat, right? I think everybody wants to like, essentially get to the point where they can look good, feel good, and continue to do that, right? And so when you talk about building a lifestyle and getting the benefits of each phase or each split, you can phase through push, pull, leg. You can phase into upper, lower, full body, all that good stuff. What guidelines would you recommend for someone who's gluten free to burn fat and build muscle? I don't think there's special guidelines for gluten free people at all. A lot of my clients are gluten free, vegan, celiac disease, right? Autoimmune disorders, you name it. There's no special prescription for them because of those dietary restrictions. It's simply just hit the calories prescribed to the goal that they have and then build in macronutrients that don't cause those things to flare up. So somebody who's gluten free, like you just put yourself in the calorie deficit to lose fat. You can't lose fat and build muscle as a goal at the same time. You just can't because to build muscle, you got to be in the calorie surplus. To lose fat, you have to be in the calorie deficit. You got to pick one or the other. You can, get some muscle growth in a deficit sometimes if you're a true beginner, like it's your first year in the gym, but you can't target a surplus in a deficit. That's like trying to turn left and right at the same time, right? So you got to pick a target. Am I losing fat or building muscle, right? Then once you've done that, you prescribe the calories and macros around that goal, and you just fill it in with foods that don't have gluten in it. That's it. That's literally what I do for my clients. I build their calories and macros, right? And I tell them, give me a list of foods that you love, and then tell me what dietary restrictions you have. And I just make it fit their numbers. Like it's not like no special diet for gluten free people. Like nah, it's just like yo, this is your macros. Let's put your favorite foods in there. Yeah, John, you was trying to do both. Yeah, somebody lied to you, man. Don't do that. Somebody told you to turn left and right at the same time. Nah, man, just pick one. Just pick one. Eliza says, I got a sausage head and a Mr. Potato Head. She just like my head. Eliza just likes my head. Just be real with yourself. You like the shape of my head. I appreciate that. You don't need a gym when you can pace walk every day in the evening because nobody like a crowded gym. Anthony, that may be true for you. Depends on what your goals are. If you want to have like a ripped physique and have, lean muscle that you can see through a sweater, right? You want to see the cuts. You want to be able to like really look like an action figure. Walking around your house is not enough for that. You got to lift some weights, man. Now I understand my problem. I was trying to do both. Yeah, Ed, you don't want to turn left and right at the same time, man. You're gonna end up going nowhere. God, I can help with that. I went from 274 to 199, but it's still skinny fat stage with a little ab definition. Well, first of all, let's clap it up for Calvin Ayers. Calvin Ayers getting cut up, losing that fat. Congratulations, man. No, the reason why you still skinny fat is because you just got to lose more body fat and maintain as much of the muscle you already have as you can. I would definitely highly advise if you're not already doing it, strength training should be like top priority as well as making sure that you're hitting your protein while you're doing this. Angry Ginger is damn deleting my comments. You probably saying wild stuff that TikTok don't want don't want in the comment section. You might want to like, back off, man, before because look, I got canceled before on TikTok. I used to have another account and they gave me the boot. They was like, you talking too wild, bro. So you might want to chill out, man. You don't want to go too hard on your comments, Angry Ginger. I understand it's in your name, you're angry, but just ask for a hug, man. You know what I'm saying? Just ask for a hug. Like to me, like if you was here, I would give you a hug right now. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? You not. So you might need to hug yourself. Drewski says, "Sup, Corey? Much love, man. Yo, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate the love." Mac Daddy Def Jam says, "Yo, Corey, appreciate your videos, man. Appreciate you, man." Jose, was my last comment too long? I don't know because I ain't see it. It's gone now. Kyle Julius, goal score one fitness plan. Can you give my dad? Your dad can just download the free fat loss system. The link's right there. Go get that. Giggle toot. What up? Toot toot. Beat beat. You know what I'm saying? Toot toot. Give me that toot toot, man. I like when people got names like that. It's fun. But yeah, man, I for sure would I would hug the shit out of the angry ginger if she was here right now. Or he was here right now, whoever it is. They seem like angry people always funny to me, man. It's like, why you mad? You know you're gonna die one day, right? I don't know if I can say that on TikTok, but you know, hey man, somebody didn't make it to today. You here? Just say appreciate the moment, baby. What are your thoughts on seed oils? I have no thoughts on seed oils, man. I don't ever think I never pick up a food item and look on the ingredients and be like, ugh, there's seed oils in this. I ain't eating this, right? That's stupid. Just look at the calories and macros and eat more real food than you do processed food, and you won't have to worry about seed oils, man. I never think about seed oils. You remind me of my old Army drill sergeant. Well, first and foremost, thank you for your service, brother. Maybe you should join the Army. Ironically, I have named my fitness program the Armstrong Army program, right? So I kind of already am in the Army, just not the armed forces one. I built my own army of men and women who want to be the best version of themselves. What type of music you like? Um, I mean, I'm black, man, so I grew up on hip hop and R&B. But you already knew that, right? But I no, I'm a lover of all music, man. Like I like rock. I like jazz instrumentals sometimes when I'm working. I even like Japanese music, video game music. Like I have multiple libraries on my phone, just depending on the vibe, the mood, what I want to focus on. Denise says Tupac. Nah, man, I grew up in the '90s, meaning when Tupac was live, when he was like the one, I was a child, so I could not relate to what he's talking about. His music is okay, but a lot of the times I just be like, yeah, this sounds old. It sounds like it's old, but it's not terrible. I drank 3 cans of diet soda once when I was with my dad, and after a while, I realized it was too much diet soda for me. I mean, that was like one time, man. Like I don't know why you still focused on it, bro. Like you can let that go. You made it. you know, like you didn't like pass out. Like I think it's okay, bro. Much appreciated the content you produce. It's myself help myself to be a better. Hey, I'm happy to hear that, man. Shout out to you. Kosi. I had no, that's not in Kosi. That's Noxie. Hi, bro. How are you doing? How much does it take to go from 25% to 18%? It takes more than what you're doing now, right? It's not like a special number of things, though. It's like you have to be in the calorie deficit. You just got to stay in it consistent long enough to help yourself get to that point. But it's not like a special mixture of things, or a special time limit. The real question, man, is how hard are you willing to go for that? People ask me all the time, like, man, how long should it take to lose this amount of weight? It's not the right question. It's like, how much effort and sacrifice are you willing to place on this target? One of my most successful clients was this guy named Brennan from Chicago. I shot him out a lot, man, because he broke the record. He lost 75 pounds in 4 months and then went on to lose 100 by 6 month mark. A year in, now we're down 130. He barely has any loose skin, and now we're like focusing on reverse dieting and building muscle. His life is completely different. How did he do that? He just put in all the work, asked what more he could do, stayed consistent, and was not out here BSing during that time period. Right? So you can do that. You can do those things. It's just, are you willing to? You know what I'm saying? I started off May 10th, 276. Now I'm at 254, but I want to eat more protein. Let's clap it up for Raul. Raul out here losing weight on y'all. Y'all talking about how difficult it is, man. And Raul then came through and lost 20 pounds in a month on y'all. Y'all better recognize, man. Raul, congratulations. Jose's from Chicago too. That's what's up, man. I got family out there. Now I'm only drinking diet soda occasionally. That's what's up. Hey, I remember you. We kissed at the bar last night. That's cap. I wasn't at the bar. I was in bed. Um, went from, hey, my man's Brian. Another one. Another one. Brian went from 225 to 203. Let's clap it up for the brother Brian. Getting it popping out here. Hey, if you guys need help getting to that target, man, just go grab my free fat loss system. The links in the chat for you guys on YouTube. You guys over there in TikTok land. Y'all got to hit the link in the bio. Can I complete that in 1 to 2 months, maybe? Um, man, Noxy 20. I think you said 25% to 18. That might be kind of tough in 2 months. I mean, I don't know how fat you. I mean, 25% is not that fat. So you talking about losing 6% in 2 months? That's. I mean, just depends on how hard you're willing to go. I go back to my original thought. It is going to be very challenging to do that quickly, but I didn't say impossible. I just said challenging. Went from 200 plus to murder weight 187 9 months while gaining mass. Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Let's clap it up, man. Let's clap it up. Um, Tony Tony Williams says, Corey, what are you selling? I ain't selling nothing today. Just giving out some free game. If you want some advice on what you're looking to do to get to your goals, you can ask. You know, if you need more help and guidance, I got this free fat loss system. It's in the link below. But you literally can't, like, that's the thing. Nobody can just buy stuff from me. Like, you have to like apply to even maybe get an offer from a coaching program for me. Yeah, well, Tony, man, slow down, man. Hold your horses. I appreciate it, man. I like when people are like very what do you call it, like definitive like that. Um, but yeah, man, if you need some help, like I would need to know what your goals are, if there's even an appropriate offer to be made, Tony. So what you could do, man, in that free fat loss guide section, that link, there is a link at the, I think it's at the bottom of the page to apply to do like a one-on-one session. That way we can like talk more and see if it's an appropriate offer to be made. I'm gonna be honest with you though, if you ain't never lifted weights before, right? If you're not somebody who's coachable, if you're not a team player, do not apply because it's not gonna work. I can tell you that right now. But if you ain't afraid of hard work, you lifted weights before, you want to take your game to the next level, we can talk. Maybe see if there's something I can help you with, or point you in a direction of like a free resource if I'm not the guy. Many thanks, my good sir. Appreciate you, Joshua. Appreciate you too, man. You know what I'm saying? Is Diet Coke good to replace Cokes? Listen, man. The thing is, when you're looking at whether something is good for you or not, you want to relate it back to the goal. So what is Diet Coke, right? You are like cutting the calories down, right? That's why they call it Diet Coke, because it's like lower calories than regular Coke. So if your goal is to reach a calorie deficit to lose fat, it can help you with that because it's just less calories, right? But it's not the only thing. Like you're not gonna magically shed 20 pounds because you drink Diet Coke. Like you still gotta do the work with building the calorie deficit. So it could maybe help. Tony, that's what I was asking. Thanks. Oh, no problem, man. No problem. Glad I could help. Payush Doopy Hey man, please read my message. It's earlier. I don't know where it's at, bro. You can retype it though before I go. I got like 3 minutes before my next meeting, so you retype it, bro. I got you. If I see it before it's gone. But you guys can always like hit me up on like Instagram or Facebook too, or TikTok. You guys can DM me. What about push-ups? Do they have any effect on fat loss? Listen, man, push-ups are just an exercise, man. I just told my mans when I said something about the Diet Coke. It's calorie deficit, man. It's not a magical thing you can do with push-ups or Diet Cokes. You have to burn more calories than you consume. Like, is push-ups gonna help you burn calories? Yeah, some. But like, it's a stronger lever to pull for a calorie deficit. Control what you put in your mouth. Pause. Right? Track your calories, baby. If y'all need help with learning how to track, if you ain't ever done it before, just grab my free fat loss system. Denise, 18% body fat too low for a female? No, no. 18% for a lady, that's like prime body fat. Like you are prime healthy. Like that sweet spot for ladies to be like lean, healthy, look strong and everything. If they got lean muscle on them, it's between like 18% and like 24%. Once you get below that like 18% mark, that's when you start looking a little less feminine. Let's say that. Like there's a way to still do it if you got. I'm gonna be real with you. If you got like the right curves, like your body just holds fat in the right places. But like I'm gonna give you an example of somebody who's done it the right way. Y'all ever heard of like Jade Cargill? Jade Cargill is this professional wrestler, right? And she's like super hot. Like she's probably like one of the hottest female wrestlers in the game right now. She has a really low body fat percentage, but I think she also has good genetics in that, she holds some of that fat on them legs. She went and got that the assistance on her chest, right? She got the fake chest, fake titties. And she still looks feminine even though her body fat percentage, guys, because she got abs. I think it's probably like less than 18%. If it's not at right at 18, it's probably less. But like that's what you like. If you're gonna go below 18%, like that's what you might look like. Jade Cargill, if you got the similar genetics. Uh what's the best way to measure body fat? Tony, you're gonna want to get that measured either through an instrument like they have facilities that have scanning devices like DEXA scan, in-body scan, or you could even get like one of those home scales. But the most accurate is like going and go get like a DEXA scan or an in-body scan. The home scale is okay, but it's not as accurate as the others. Guys, if this was helpful information, you need more assistance with your particular goals, go ahead and grab that free fat loss system. I gotta go. I gotta get on my next meeting, but hopefully this was helpful. And I'll be going on live again this week. So I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.